Hey, what up, though? This is Major from InfamousTechBlog.com. Back at y'all finally, man. It's been a long time since I've, done any reviews, but I'm back in the game. And obviously, I'm playing catch up since I haven't been around. And I thought, what better device to do that with than the Samsung Galaxy Tab, especially since tablets are picking up a lot of steam, man. I mean, you got a ton of them getting ready to come out in 2011. And this was the first, real high profile Android tablet to hit the market. So, I thought, what better place to start? The hardware on this thing, you got a gigahertz Hummingbird processor, 7-inch form factor, 1024 by 600 is the display. You can see the cover, the colors are nice and bright, man, real rich and just a great looking display. That Hummingbird processor comes in handy too, man. That's one of the other big things that I like is the speed of the device. It's real snappy. Apps open up real quick. Web browsing is, super easy. Definitely love that. The guts on the phone, man, you got 512 megabytes of ROM, 592 of RAM, another 2 gig in user memory, and then you've also got the 16 gigabytes of 16 gigabyte storage on the micro SD card. So that's real cool. You've also got front and rear cameras, and all of that, in a 7-inch design, and then it's still under a 1/2 inch thick, man. So it's real sleek, and that's another big plus to me is the form factor. I know some people debate and argue, over what's better, the 10-inch size like the iPad or the smaller, more compact design like this. And I gotta say, I'm liking the 7-inch layout, especially when it comes to text messaging. I'm able to hold it in portrait mode like this. As you can see here, man, the keys are nice and big, so typing on it has been easy. Pounding out emails has been easy. So I'm actually digging the form factor, quite a bit, and that's another big plus. Let's go ahead and take a real quick tour. You see down here at the bottom, you got your 2 speakers. Then here in the middle, you've got your charging port. Over here, you got your microphone, which is used like if you're using Skype. The mic actually works pretty well, and I was actually pleasantly surprised by the phone call quality. We'll go over here. You got your micro SD slot right there, and you can just pop that off and take a look, and that's where the card sits, right in there. Over here you got your volume rocker. Then here you got your power and screen lock. And then if we flip it this way, you can see you got your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack at the top. Around the back here, you got your Verizon branding, your Samsung branding down there. The 3 megapixel rear camera with flash, and it's 3 megapixels, so it's not going to take crazy high quality, but you can get a decent photo on there. The flash works pretty well too. And then up here, oops, let me exit off of that. Up here at the top, you got your 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera, which of course is supposed to be used for video chat. But that is an issue, and we'll get to that a little bit later on when we get to the software. But all in all, though, solid design, feels good in the hand. Not digging the plasticky. I would have maybe liked to have seen a soft touch case material on the back. And it feels, just almost too smooth sometimes, like you could, drop it, or it feels like it's going to slip out of your hand. But all in all, though, very solid on the hardware, good specs, lots of storage. Let's take a look at the software and see how Android 2.2 runs on this device. So I mentioned this device is running Froyo, which is Android 2.2, but being Samsung, it does have the TouchWiz integration, and you can kind of see that there on some of the icons like gallery. You can see it there again on contacts. And with TouchWiz, I'm not crazy about it. I've seen it on the Galaxy phones. Really don't dig it that much. Gives everything to me kind of a childish and like a cartoon look, and I'm just it definitely works, it's functional, but to me, I guess it's a matter of taste, and I'm really not that crazy about it, but it does work. Let's take a look at some of the other software. You see here, you got Gmail, and that's pretty much the same as it looks on any Android phone, but then you do have some cool stuff out of the box. You got the Blockbuster app, you got All Share. With this being DLNA compatible, you can go ahead and stream content to any DLNA compatible device that you may have in the house. Skype works good for making voice calls, but not so much right now. Doesn't work for doing video chat. I also installed Kick on this version, and I know that Kick has an app on the T-Mobile Galaxy Tab which, you know, enables video calling right out of the box, but that did not work here. So, you know, not crazy about that. And really, I've had a hard time finding any type of, you know, video chat software that'll actually work. Fring was another one that some people recommended. I gave that a try, had no success. Also, too, you got the 3G mobile hotspot, so you could use that if you wanted to. This does have Adobe Flash on it, so, you know, when we get to the web browsing, we'll take a look at that. That works, you know, real well. And, you know, pretty much just, you know, the software flows smooth, but the biggest complaint that I would have is you don't really have anything that sets this apart from, you know, like the Galaxy S phones. It feels like a large phone instead of a tablet. I mean, everything pretty much works the same way. I mean, here you got like the AccuWeather widget, which works well, but there's nothing really customized, you know, for the tablet. I mean, you see here, there's no special widgets or anything like that. It's, you know, pretty much just the status quo. And so I know that that's something that's going to be addressed with Honeycomb. That's the first true Android operating system that is, you know, designed for tablets. And I think that's going to be a welcome change, because right now, you know, besides a couple of decent widgets, which, I mean, I believe you get these same exact widgets on the Galaxy S phones. There's just really nothing to make this stand out and tell you that this is a tablet and we've made this specifically for this device. There's just no customization. So, you know, aside from that, everything is cool. If you're a fan of Android 2.2, which I believe, you know, most Android users are, you know, there is some cool functionality that comes along with that. But, you know, besides that, no real standouts. But where this device does shine is the multimedia, and we're going to go ahead and get into that next and check that out.